Hello and welcome to the Pragsot podcast. I'm your host, Robbie. I'm here with a couple good friends of mine. So today we're going to talk about how we all know each other, share some funny stories. We're also going to get into a couple of would you rather's. So I'm here with Taylor, Frank, and Isaiah, also known as the Ooze.
Yeah, hey, how you doing, guys?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming over. This is awesome. I think it's gonna be.
Invite.
I think it's gonna be a really good episode, man.
Thanks for
Excited.
having us over.
Yeah. So, who wants to go first, man? Who wants to give a little bit of a backstory of who you are, like what you're into?
I'll volunteer Taylor.
That works.
Great, thanks. My name's Taylor or Tay. Usually I go by Tay. It's just I don't know, something I've grown into, and I'm 31. I've known Robbie since like a little bit outside of high school, like after high school, and we met through Frank, mutual friends. Um, yeah, my free time, I'm pretty much a big sports fan. I like to watch sports. Yeah. Um, I collect some cards, sports cards in my free time, Pokemon, stuff like that. Me and Robbie have mutual interest through that. And then yeah, I'm like a big Netflix guy. I like watching shows, Netflix, stuff like that. But I'm a huge Eagles fan, so that's like most of my free time on Sundays.
Go Birds.
Go
Dude,
Birds.
that's all I fucking hear in my job, and I'm not even remotely into football.
Sports, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's every fucking weekend. Oh, go Birds! I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Well, the problem is they're really good right now. I mean, I wouldn't say really good, but they're good and they've had success. So it's like amplified how much you're gonna hear about it.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
gotcha.
me.
Who you volunteering next? Since Frank threw the fucking
I
bus.
guess I volunteer Isaiah.
Yeah, cool. I'm Isaiah or Zay. Also go by Uzi or Zayed as well.
Yeah.
I actually had met Robbie. I mean, the first memory I think I have of me and Robbie was me and Frank went to Longhorn Steakhouse, and Robbie was kind enough to treat me to a good steak and mac and cheese and baked potato. And I was like, oh, I got a friend for life, you know? It was really nice of him. So
I do remember that.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was really
Wait,
nice.
is that the same time? That's not the 20-minute time, right?
No.
That's when he had his Mini Cooper.
Yeah, we'll get into this.
Okay. All right.
I just remember that when as Robbie said he paid for you, and then you were looking at the most, like you said, the most expensive thing, the steak. I think you looked up at Robbie, and you didn't even look up from
The menu.
Yeah, the menu at all.
Yeah, I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's really nice. I love like nature and the outdoors. I remember when I was younger, I got the chance to go to this place called Conserve School, which is out in Land O' Lakes, Wisconsin, which is like a semester environmental science, outdoorsy type program, and they have a scholarship program. So that was a huge blessing. And that's what led me into like water, environmental technology, and trade sports, same as my brother. So everything's good. Right now, I'm just trying to walk in faith and strengthen my faith with God. And I'm going into a program on Monday for that. And I'm excited and looking forward to it. It's called the Potter House. So I'll be away for a few months, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, nervous, but I think it's the best thing for my life right now.
I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but don't you hate? I was just making me think about it. But like when someone offers, like when you offer to pay for someone, I know this. I know you guys were thinking about this, but like, what's the right time to tell someone that you're paying for them? Do you wait for like them to buy everything so like they don't have like a preconceived notion like, hey, I'm just gonna rack up the bill, or do you like tell them before like, hey, I got it?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like,
I usually wait till like the like the check or like they're like, oh, that'll be 18, whatever. I'm like, oh, I got it. Don't worry about it. Because I feel like if you tell someone beforehand, you're just like letting like the evil of them come out.
yeah. I don't know.
Isaiah? Let me get the triple steak.
Yeah, the premium sides.
I guess it depends.
Yeah, I mean, it.
Depends on the person, where you're at, or
I think it depends on your relationship with the person.
gotcha.
Because if you're close enough with them where there's no chance of them feeling like intimidated or anything like that, then all day long I'll say at the beginning, like, yeah, this one's on me, don't worry about it. No big deal. But for some people, I think if you do that, they're gonna be like, man, fuck you. Like,
Who are you?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where at that point, I think it is better to do it at the end. So that's just my opinion.
It's like where it's in the fucking Sopranos, I guess. Meadows' boyfriend paid for him.
And he's like, yeah, don't
Yeah,
you
he
think
almost
you are? Who
Yeah,
you fucking think you are?
and bro's like, you eat, I pay.
Yeah, he almost
I
got
guess
killed
it
for
depends on the
that.
person.
Yeah.
That
Like,
legit almost got killed for that.
You know, if you know the person's like gonna take advantage of it, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. But
Yeah.
I guess it depends. I mean, some people are more sensitive to that. They're like, oh, someone paying for me. Maybe I
Well-
won't get the extra sides and the double meat, but
Some people know how to just bypass all that. Like they're fucking outside of the matrix. Some people will take like their wife to dinner with you and your significant other, and the entire time act like there's no issues with their money. And then when you sit down and look at the menu, they split like one appetizer and a fucking lemon water because that's all they can afford.
Yeah.
And then look at you with like the puppy dog eyes.
Then
and
like,
go,
why do people go out like that though? That's my thing. Like,
Just-
people will go out with no money
yeah.
and know that they have no money and then still go out. Like, how did you think this was gonna like
Yeah.
end up in a?
Hustlers, bro. I've been hustled. It is what it is.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Sam and Natalie got me a bunch of times. Be like,
The
yo,
honeymoon, the honeymoon.
the honeymoon. Yeah, bro. They were like, yo, let's fucking go out. I'm like, all right, bet. Then we get there and they're like, we'll just have one water to go. What's wrong with you? We don't have any money. Why the fuck are we here? Like, it's just fucking stupid. So,
if you don't got the money, you shouldn't go.
thank you. All right. Well, then that leaves Mr. Frank.
So get into me. Yeah, my name is Frank, and I just go by Frank. Just turned 28, so I think that's the point in your life where your brain fully develops.
Yeah,
I think
27,
that's what they
28.
say.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was at a recent transition. Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. So you got like a fucking, like, fully unlocked.
yeah. It's like those mandrills they say when they like win a fight, they like, change color, they get larger and things like that. So
Yeah.
had one of those recently.
Yeah, feel that. That's good. So at the age of 28 with a fully developed brain, do you believe the Anunnaki are real?
We'll get back to that.
Okay. All right, we'll shelf that for a little bit.
just play that music that they
Yeah.
play. It's like the Eric Andre song.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts on the Roman Empire?
Yeah. No, I'm just chilling, chill guy. Like to, hang out, watch football,
Yeah,
hang out with friends, chill, have a good time.
that's cool. That's good.
Like to go places, like to travel.
You do be traveling. I have pictures of you with like camels and shit.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that was in the Middle East. I got to go with my brother. We got to see our sister back in around 2019 into 2020. So that was a good trip.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like to travel, see different cultures, try different foods.
yeah. And that's crazy. You were wearing what do they call it, a dashiki over there? What is that?
Turban?
It's called.
What do they
It's
call
not a turban. I forget. I mean, I didn't think they didn't wear the thobe, like the white dress. I say thobe, but I forget what the red checker thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
no,
that on.
I'm always down to travel. Friend of man and beast. So,
Man and beast. That's
yeah,
cool, man. That's what's up. So Isaiah, why Potter House?
It just it was in the back of my mind for a couple weeks. My only option was I got the job at McDonald's, which I'm not shitting on McDonald's. Like it actually paid like $14.50. Like which is a surprise.
That's decent.
Yeah, and even to get my education as well, like go for my master's and stuff. But I just kind of thought, I want to get closer with God. I even talked to ChatGPT about it, because I heard ChatGPT has like IQ of like 1100, like so I really broke it down.
Yeah.
And I just feel I just want more time with God, and it's also like a discipleship program, and kind of it helps you find like what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what kind of career / thing you want to go into. I honestly think I want to go into like missionary work, like that, and I just need some guidance for my life, and I need some help as well. And it'd be good for me. They don't allow cigarettes there. I need to stop smoking cigarettes. I usually smoke like a pack a day, and that's really bad for me. But I think it'll be good. I just need some time to clear my head. You work after the 3-month period. They help you get a good job locally. It's over in Brownstown,
Mhm.
Effort area, and they have a financial director that helps you with all your finances, savings, anything towards debts. Excuse me. Seems like a really well done program, so I'm going to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work out, Tay was kind enough to.
Did you Yelp Potter House though? Did you
What?
Yelp it?
I didn't
Like
Yelp
Google
it.
it?
There's literally a book that says "Escaping the Potter House."
I don't think that's the same Potter.
Yeah.
It went to a different school.
There's like 2 Potter houses. It's either one founded by T.D. Jakes, puts that pastor. I was like, I've been swallowed.
Oh my goodness.
or there's the one where it's the Potter house, the fellowship.
Honestly, I really don't think those two are related. I was looking at it last night. I think that's another organization. Like I think they call the reason I think they call it the Potter's House is because like a potter, like you're molding people, you're making something new.
Yeah, you're touching them.
Yeah.
So if you were going to work at McDonald's and someone wrote a book that was like escaping the McDonald's farm, you'd be like, oh no, you don't know those people.
I
Just said escaping
I say
McDonald's.
you could be right that it's the same organization, but I really think that it's like different because there's like only Potter House within like I think.
Can you do tours there?
I don't remember them saying like, hey, we have locations all across the U.S. Like they have locations in like New Holland, Loyola, like they have different houses.
So you know how like when you go to college, you like go on a tour to go to college before you go to the college?
Yeah.
Did you do this?
No, I did not go on a tour.
So bro's just going and
So you have no idea what you're walking into.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have somewhat idea. I mean, there's testimonials online and stuff. But like I said, if it really doesn't work out, then I'm able to stay at Taste at least for a month to get back on my feet.
Yeah.
Or even that red cover. So
Why are you looking at me?
Can you leave
No.
whenever you want?
yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
But-
how do you leave?
But people don't want to. That's the thing. It's so cool at Potter's house that they don't want to leave. Who is Mr. Potter? I'm assuming it's a man because it's a
It's
successful
called the Potter's House
business.
because like the clay like a potter.
Oh, look at oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what
okay.
it's called.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
so
got
they're
you.
molding you and things. So yeah, I'm just gonna go give it a shot. I kind of had the thought that when I'm like say 70 or 80, I'd rather look back and be like, hey, I gave that a shot rather than being like, oh well, how would have my life have been different spiritually, mentally wise, if I had just gave that program a shot. And if it doesn't work out, then I come back, I get a job at Mickey D's,
There you
pay my
go.
bills, and just keep moving forward. Probably work 2 jobs.
Public service is calling me.
Hmm.
I'm not going to answer that. I want a syndicated podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably a mugger right now.
Yeah. I wonder if that's like maybe I'm like on the run. I don't know.
Public service. I don't even know.
Maybe it's that time when you called the state police when we were driving.
That was cool. Yeah, I accidentally. So when we went camping, me and Janelle talked about that.
Really?
Yeah, when we went camping and we almost died because it was so cold.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm supposed to be there, right?
you were, and you just didn't show up like a fucking
Well,
bandit.
no, I
It's the God bless.
but can you not blame me now? Like looking forward at like retrospect,
yeah.
like that,
Oh, yeah.
like I don't kind of blame him that he didn't show up.
I think you had a better night's rest than we did.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
But it was literally a camping trip that you planned.
I know.
You were like, I want to go camping. And then we were like, cool. And then we all planned it, figured it all out, and then you didn't show up.
Yeah.
That was super cool. But yeah, it was very cold. Frank threw up in his backpack. And my phone was dead and it wouldn't charge. And then eventually it did start charging, but I had the brightness turned all the way down, so I couldn't tell that it was on. So I just started like hitting buttons and shit, and it fucking called the police. It had this like crazy fucking siren going off, and it called
like
the police.
like an alarm.
Yeah, like an SOS kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then they called me back and they were like, we got an emergency call from this phone. And I was like, guys, it was just a prank. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay. So it is crazy that they didn't do anything beyond that. Like, how do they know that, like,
Well, you know how many times people like butt dial 9/11? Like it happens a lot, I'm sure.
yeah, I'm sure that happens. I'm sure that happens. Public service.
I called 9/11 on accident a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, you just did.
What do you mean?
It's 911.
Well, you know what I meant, bro.
No, I was with you.
Is it?
I was with you the entire time.
It's the same fucking thing.
It's the same numbers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
call it 9-1-1?
No. He just
I'm
likes
trying to think of one. I wasn't even trying to be funny when I said that.
Yeah.
When looking at it, it's kind of fucked up that I said 9/11.
it helps remember that tragedy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to, remember that.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I mean, when it happened, I was in school and they sent us home early. Nah, I had like a full grasp of what happened. I think I was like, well, that happened in 2001. I was or 7, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 6. I think I was 6 when that happened. And I remember me and my sister being like the only two in that school because my mom was asleep. but she didn't come get us. She came and got us at the regular pickup time.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking bitch. Could have been home. Could have been home with my loved ones.
Watching 9/11.
Watching 9/11 on the fucking telly. Oh well. I did want to ask. So, Frank, like when you talk about, if you were to tell someone that doesn't know you and I, like how would you describe like how we met, or like
Oof.
what are some like when you think of us, what are some like immediate memories that come to mind?
It's funny enough because I was thinking about this last night. I wasn't in bed or anything. I was just hanging out, like on the couch watching TV or something.
Why were you so quick to be like, I wasn't in bed?
I just want to clear the air.
Okay,
for
that's
the
true.
dudes.
I feel that.
Yeah, I was talking about it. I was like talking to my wife about it and saying how we met because it was when I was in ninth grade. I think you were 12th.
I think so.
You were towards the end of high school and I was at the beginning. And you're in piano class. So piano class or guitar lab, one of those two.
Mhm.
So it was in the same room. I think you did half one year and then half the next.
Yep.
So I guess you were going back and forth with somebody. I think it was Janelle. And you were like, hey, which one's your folder? She's like, I'm not telling you. So you just grabbed all of them out of the bin that we were supposed to grab at the beginning of class to start working on our music, the chapter we were on.
Yeah.
And I went up and I was like, where's my folder? And you were like, I have it. Or you were like, I took it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I guess I'm not doing work today.
Yeah.
And I just sat back down. The teacher, I think they were like, hey, where's your folder? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's how it started.
I think that is how it started. And somehow like from that you just got roped into like, hey, that guy's all right. Let's talk to that guy.
Well, because you mess with somebody over there, and then I just like egg it on.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that time you crop dusted who were Jamal and Lachlan? Was that the two?
That was Pablo and Lachlan.
Pablo and
Because
Lachlan.
everyone had their headphones on.
Yeah.
And then I just like went up to him and said, hey man, watch this.
And you walked past them fucking ripped ass. No one else heard it because they had their headphones on. And then, was it Pablo that reacted first?
Yeah.
He was like, what the fuck was that? And it was so fucking funny. Yeah.
No, what I was thinking about yesterday was, remember that time that girl's brother wanted to fight me because I didn't want to hang out with her?
Yeah. Yeah. By the Save-A-Lot.
Yeah, I was at I think Costco or BJ's with my mom, and I was in ninth grade. This girl came up text me, like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, like I have homework to do." It was something stupid like that, and I was like, "I can't, like I don't know, I just don't have the time." Then her brother calls me. He's like, "Yo, young boy, like, what are you doing? My sister's waiting." And I'm like, oh, what are you talking? Like, who are you talking to?
Bro's like, she wants fucked.
Oh my god,
That's crazy.
And he was like, "You," and then him and I started going back and forth. I was like, "All right, I guess we're doing this."
Yeah.
I called around a couple people, nobody picked up, and then I had your number. I forget how I got it, but I called you. I was like, "Where do you live?" And you're like, "Oh, I live around this area." I was like, "Oh, I do too." And I was like, "You want to come with me?" So we did. I think you said, didn't you just have the hardest workout of your life at that point?
Yeah, I was at the YMCA with, was his name Jackson Walker?
Yeah.
I was at the YMCA with Jackson Walker, and we were doing some like boxing shit. And then after that, we lifted weights, and then I walked home, which was like halfway across the city. And then as I got home, you called me.
Weren't you about to lay down in bed?
Yeah.
I called you.
Yeah, you called me and you were like, "Yo, can you come? Like, just in case." And I was like, "I mean, I'm not gonna be much help. Like, I'm fucked right now, but yeah, I'll come."
Yeah, that was my first fight. I was like 14 or 15.
Man, you did decent for your first fight, man.
Yeah.
Probably gave him fucking brain damage or something.
Yeah, that was bad. Well, it was funny because I feel like all these just other characters came up. Well, one, I thought it was funny because I was hung out with that girl in the winter, and I guess it was getting a little bit warmer out. And that's when I was on the wrestling team, the track team, and doing whatever. So, yeah, I just like took off my hoodie and just gave her brother the pause.
Yeah.
And
Imagine getting beat up because somebody didn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, imagine having a sister and being like, he doesn't want to fuck you. I'll defend you. And then you go and then you get dunked on the fucking concrete.
Well, it was we were doing this, and like different characters came up. That one guy who was dressed in like, I think it was like a dashiki and everything was, hey, what's going on over here? And just all these different characters just kept on coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. We kept getting people. There was like two Mexican dudes that kept making you guys stand back up and shit.
But then I beat him up. Then I think I dapped him up. I was like, all right, be safe.
Yeah, you dapped him. I do remember
I was
that.
like, all right, be safe.
Yeah, you were like, you done? You want more? And he was like, nah, I'm cool. And then you dapped him up. You're like, all right, man, be safe. And then we walked away. What a fucking loser.
Yeah, man, sounds like that's a good summary how we met.
Yeah. So that's definitely a memory that I like tend to tell people about you. The one that I always tell people is that dream I had.
Which one?
Oh, so I don't know if you guys know this. I had a dream. I won't say I barely knew Frank. I knew Frank a little. And I told him about this dream I had where I was sitting on the bleachers at our high school at the field, right? So that they had like the football field and you could sit. And I was sitting there and I was looking at the field and I knew that Frank was right beside me. And I was talking to him about life. I don't remember the specifics, but I was just like, I remember it was like a deep, like serious conversation. And he was like, yeah, man, I feel it. I know. And he was like, yo, man, look over here real quick. So I turned my head and to look at him and he's standing on the bleachers facing me. He's completely naked. He has a dick the size of his arm, and it's like fucking bright pink, and his like the head's like red, and he's swinging it in like a helicopter, and he's going like that. And I woke up.
Okay.
I woke up and I said, "Huh." Terrified. I was terrified. Barely knew him, and I told him about it the next day, and then like we were just good friends after that. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would tell someone that.
I told him he had a fucking pig dick. It was crazy.
It's a crazy dream.
Look at us now. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought?
On the cast.
Who would have thought on the gas from a syndicated podcast? Oh, yeah, that's good, man. That's good. What about Mr. Ooze?
Yes, sir.
What I have one very fond memory of you, and it's when all of us, actually the four of us, were going to meet up and go get dinner. And the plan was we were all going to meet at my house and then carpool there, eat, and come back. And I remember like we were like, hey, here's when we're meeting. And you texted me, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then like 30 minutes went by and I was like, yo, where are you? And you were like, my apologies, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And I was like, we're fucking, just meet us there. So we drive there and you're not there. And again, you're like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And then I was like, fuck it. So we got a table. We waited. You again, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I was like, all right, I'm not fucking waiting anymore. So we all order food. We order our meals. It comes. We all eat everything. And we're still sitting there waiting for you. And then you text me again. And you were like, my friend, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
And then he offered cigars. He said he'll bring cigars. And
Yeah. You were like, I apologize. I'll bring cigars on me, whatever. And at that point, Frank was like concerned. Like Frank was like, where are you?
You're so late. I'm concerned at this point.
Yes. And then a waitress shows up with a fucking plate and she puts it down and it's like, big steak, it was asparagus, all this shit.
Sweet potato fries. Those cost extra.
Yeah,
they were premium sides. They weren't regular sides.
They were premium sides. And we were like, what the fuck is this? And she was like, someone called this order in at this table. He said he'd be here in 20 minutes.
And we all started cracking up.
We all fucking lost it. The whole place was going crazy. There were other tables that were like, no fucking way. And I remember like I took the steak and took a big bite out of it and paid for it, and we left. And then when we left and got back at the house, you just text me again. You were like, "I'm sorry, my friend."
Didn't he call us and say, "Oh, I'm here"? You ended up showing up after we left.
Yes. Yeah, way after we left.
It must have been like 30, 40 minutes after we left.
Yeah, that's the bad part. There's people with their families that are there, and everyone's relatively quiet. And
yes.
we're just
the Trio Bar and Grill, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Who
we're
wasn't even at that.
Yeah, and we were cackling.
And some other patron was like, "Hey, Rob, how's that steak?" Yeah, name of his family.
I was like, "Who They were so invested in the 20-minute
It was a
conversation.
plot.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I'll spill the beans. I do have a bipolar diagnosis. That doesn't excuse anything, but I was in the middle of like a manic episode. My grandfather and father were calling me. I was talking with them about stuff. I went to a cigar place and I bought like I think $100 or $150 worth of like cigars and tobacco. And I bought a pipe of tobacco. I also ran into like a yellow pole, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" And
Was it the devil?
yeah, I was just lost in the matrix. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just like time. I feel like time is an illusion sometimes, and it's
Yeah.
just I was just stuck in this like parallel universe for a while.
Yeah. Well, you can see through the matrix. That's the problem. You can breach the firmament.
Yes, the
Yeah.
burn. Oh, we gotta talk about that.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Ice wall. No, it's not Andrew Tate
It's like,
shit.
that's
That's up there, bro. You gotta look real deep for that. As above, so below.
Ooh.
Ooh, got him with it. All praise.
All praise the Most.
What about you, man? Is there any memories? I know me and you don't have as much like tenure as obviously you and him or you and Taylor, but do you have any memories apart from the fucking I'll be there in 20 minutes?
Like I said, the one that was really special was, that I said previously before about you taking care of that Longhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say I have a lot of memories with Frank growing up because we were both, homeschooled together, and I mean, we'd always mess with each other and stuff, but then there would be like by like 1 o'clock, we would have chicken tenders in the oven, and we'd have Halo on, and then we were just mad calm, like we were straight chilling,
That's good.
or we would watch The Human Centipede, and Nanny thought it was a documentary, and she came out and she's it's like mother kid.
Yeah, she walked in on the scene where I guess it's that Asian guy and there's two women.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I have to shit. And the girl,
Forgive me.
and the girl's like stuck to his ass. And the mom was just like, oh, she's like, what is this? So, yeah, man.
I remember. So I have a story about the human centipede. So Lindsay and I, before we were together, and I was like trying to get with her. I went to her. I guess it was her 16th birthday, I think. And I was with April at the time. That became a whole fucking problem. But sticking to human centipede, for whatever fucking reason, Lindsay, of like the 5 or 6 people that were there and like spent the night, Lindsay let me pick the fucking movie, and I picked the human centipede. And my thought was, it's going to be a scary movie. She's not going to she's going to be afraid, and I'm going to be able to be like, come here, just I'll shield you from it. I didn't know anything about them like sewing mouths to asses and shit. So when that started happening, I was like, yo, what the fuck? And like it fucking ruined all the moods. I thought I was like gonna be able to like put the Mac on her. I should have picked any other horror movie. I didn't know that it involved eating shit.
For her thoughts on it.
I feel like you're never gonna get any type of poon from watching Human Centipede.
Yeah, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Her thoughts on it, I'm pretty sure she almost threw up. Like I think she gagged once or twice. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. I was just there, I was trying to secure some butt. Little did I know, the movie was about securing butt. Taylor, what about me and you, man?
Yeah, I know one story. I know
There's two that I think came from the same day. 3 that I think came all from the same day.
When there was a Jimmy John's downtown.
Yeah.
And I was convinced that there had a charger and
yeah. You want
was dead. I mean, I can tell you a story.
There's so much in this.
I don't know what I don't know how to like properly
how to like give enough without giving too much.
Yeah.
Let's just say that
we were all hanging out. No, but what was it? Because it was downtown. It was we were all downtown and we were hanging out.
Yeah, we were all downtown.
I don't know what was I guess we were just hanging out.
It was Pokemon Go, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, right. Pokemon Go.
Were you there, Frank?
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, you were there.
Pokemon Go was a big thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know when this is definitely pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. Yep.
Yeah. And I guess we were all just gonna go play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And I guess we met downtown, I guess, to play Pokemon Go.
Yep.
And I was definitely what was it, like midday?
Yeah. It was like middle. Yeah, the sun was at its peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not gonna give like too much information, but I was definitely not at a normal state.
Yeah.
So I was under the influence of something.
You were having a good time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was having a good time. And basically, somehow, we were downtown in the park. I know that this is a main memory of it. And this is when planking was a thing. So I was just going around planking.
Yeah.
And I do remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that gets tied into anything, but I do remember that because like I'm not a good storyteller. Basically, I was going around planking everywhere, and I was just yelling it. And
Yeah, you pissed off an elderly couple bad.
Well, because they were eating. Weren't they like eating?
Yes.
Or they
And I
were
went
using the
next-
table. You planked on their table.
Yeah, you
Really?
laid across their table.
And you screamed plank at the
But
top
like,
of your
but what
lungs.
was crazy was you waited. So like you were like, say I won't go plank over there, and I was like, you won't. So you walked
Yeah.
over and just like laid on their table, planked, and then they were like, what the fuck is this? And then as like someone tried to say something, you just yelled plank like mad fucking loud, and the old man was like, get the fuck out of here. And it was very funny. That's one of my memories. For
yeah,
sure.
that was. I think that might have been like the first or second time we ever hung out. I think.
Yeah.
They're just being sensitive.
Yeah. So then later,
What'd you say? They were being sensitive.
Yeah, they were being sensitive.
Yeah, that's all it
It was
was.
just
so then later that day, the same day. This all happened the same day. For some reason, this is when Jimmy John's was downtown. We did eat there, right?
Yep.
We had Jimmy John's, and I guess my phone was dying, and I was like, "Yo, like, I need a phone charger," and they're like, "Oh, we don't have phone chargers here," and I'm like, "There's no way you guys don't have phone chargers."
Yeah.
Which is like, and in retrospect, I was being honest. I was like, there's no way you guys don't have phone
Yeah.
chargers.
Yeah.
But the way I was going about saying that you guys don't have phone chargers was probably like
Yeah.
out of control. Because I was like, I know you guys have phone chargers. I'm not even asking to have one. I just want y'all to charge my phone.
At one point, it switched from "I want to use your phone charger" to "I want you to admit you're lying that you don't have a phone charger."
Yeah.
And it was very. It was just-
Once I realized, I'm like, the way I'm acting, they're not gonna charge my phone.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
weren't feeling
I
it.
gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have them admit at least like
Yeah.
they're lying that they
Yeah.
had like. There's no way they don't have phone chargers.
That was a great time.
So then that happened, and then after we got outside of Jimmy John's,
We almost jumped that guy.
yeah, the guy.
Yeah, that guy. We'll just leave it at that.
okay, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
gonna bring that up. That's
Yeah.
not. That's even more part of the story, but it's not really that funny to. Yeah, but anyways, there was a homeless guy outside. And-
I want to specify, we weren't going to jump the homeless guy. Like, I wanted to-
No.
All rights reserved.
All
No,
rights
no,
reserved.
no. But basically, there's a lot of homeless people downtown. Still is. But like for some reason we were walking, and there's homeless. This isn't my proudest moment, obviously, but there was a homeless person asking us for money,
Yeah.
and before I knew he was asking us for money. Before he even like got out that he needed whatever he was asking for, I just said, "Keep it pushing, bro."
Yeah. Well, it was keep it pushing, brah. Like, it was like mad loud.
Yeah.
And it was funny because like he kind of like went down the list of all of us that were there, and you spoke for all of us.
Yeah.
Because I remember by the time he got to me, like me and Lindsay were like the last, and he looked at me like he was like just so sad.
But
And
the
he
problem
looked at
is,
me.
like, usually when because I help, like, I'll be honest, I help out, like, if I see a homeless person, I'll help them out.
Yeah.
But usually, if you're a homeless person, I mean, I'm not a homeless person, but if someone tells you no and you don't know them,
You should keep it pushing.
yeah, in my defense.
Yeah.
But the way I went about it was clearly not, like, it was rude.
Yeah. Well, I remember like you were like, nah, I know him. And like that's
Yeah, no. Yeah, see, this is something I don't remember. That homeless person, like, if you're downtown, you start like recognizing like the homeless people,
Mhm.
and you realize like, yo, like this guy,
Yeah.
like,
It's just a hobby for him.
nah, I wouldn't say it's a hobby, but I'm
6
just
months
saying
ago.
if you see the same homeless person all the time asking for money, after a while you're like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's that money going?
yeah, like if
Yeah.
I'm seeing a fresh homeless person, a freshie,
Yeah. Like a level 1.
yeah, like a level 5 crook. If I see a level 5 crook
Yeah.
and I've never seen him before, and I got money, I'm like, yo, I got you, bro. Whatever you need.
Yeah. And
Usually,
this,
I don't even give them money anymore. I buy them food or something like that.
yeah.
But like, if you see the same homeless person for 6 months, 12 months,
That's a crime boss.
Yeah.
It's a level 50 crime.
Clearly, whatever we're giving him ain't going to what.
Yeah, it's not going to get him out.
Yeah.
It's going to get him deeper in.
But basically, yeah, and I basically spoke for everyone. I was like, yeah, keep it pushing. And the face he made, he looked so like
Defeated.
So
Yeah.
that's a core memory I know for me and Robbie and Frank. I always bring it up.
I have a core memory of the three of us going to get food at Mix. Was it Mix?
Oh my god.
The recent time. Yeah, it was a while. Yeah, it was a while ago. But yeah, I remember it was us three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
We didn't go, but we went to Beanies. Right?
No. You're thinking of Joy's Tavern.
I was gonna say Joy's. Yeah,
And we can get there. I'm talking about Mix, baby.
Yeah, you're talking about Mix. Yeah, Mix was crazy.
Yeah, Mix was a good time. But
You talking about the tacos?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They're talking tacos.
That's all I'm talking. Yeah.
What happened with that again?
So the long and short of it was we sat down and we were going to get food and
You're making me look like a.
What's some good things you've done for like?
Yeah, what's something you did to help society?
Like saying you bought them food. Like what?
Yeah, let's go in depth on that. How clean was the food? Was it from a reputable establishment?
It was McDonald's, you said, right?
What are you talking about?
Like when you say you're buying, like, you don't give them money, you buy them food.
I mean, like, I don't know. I bought one. Like, I had a cheesecake for some reason. I gave a homeless person a little cheesecake.
So they died. Their fucking stomachs can't handle an entire cheesecake.
I mean,
and their brain isn't going to stop them from not eating it all.
Well, isn't the guy that you got in McDonald's or something? He's like, yeah, let me get like 2 double quarter.
Oh yeah. This happened recently. This happened like 2-3 months ago. I pulled into a driveway. I mean, a drive-through, and basically, like, I was hungry late at night. I got off work, and I was getting McDonald's. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna get some McDonald's. And they come up to me. It was a couple, and the guy was like, she's pregnant, blah blah blah. We're hungry, and I'm like, I don't really have no money, because they asked me for money, and I'm like, I can get, like, after a while, I was just like, whatever, like, I can get y'all something to eat, and they're like, okay, and I'm like, my mistake was, I was like, well, I asked them, what do you want? And I'm like, I can get y'all each of them a chicken.
Yeah.
This dude says, yeah, let me get a double quarter pounder with cheese, and let me get a large fry. And right when I heard large fry, I'm like, yo, I'm like, my guy, I'm like, I'm getting a coffee, and I'm getting a spicy McChicken. How am I gonna get a spicy McChicken and a coffee, and you're getting a premium meal? And I told him, I interrupted him. I'm like, yo, you're getting a McChicken, my guy. And he was like, I'm like, do you want a McChicken? And he's like, all right. And I pull around, and they both got a McChicken. That's it.
Double quarter pounder is a wild way to say McChicken. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Bro
said double quarter pounder. Yeah, bro. He was like, free meal. He saw that your pockets were fat. That's all it was.
But yeah, you run into a lot of homeless people. Like, I live downtown, so I run into a lot of homeless people. So
yeah.
But
Joy's Tavern was a good one. And that's what you were thinking about, where like we were initially going to eat at Beanie's.
Yeah, but you said Mix. Mix was where we went to go eat to
get the tacos.
Yeah. So I'll have the tacos.
Well, yeah, because like the funny thing about that was that you were just.
She didn't get to talk.
Yeah, she started, like, the waitress came over and started to talk about like daily specials or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just completely talked over her, and you're like, yeah, I'll have the tacos.
Mid-sentence.
Yeah, and she like looked over at me and Frank, and we were like. Yeah, we were like,
It was so objectively bad that you couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, it was just funny. That was a good time. Joy's irritated me, but looking back, it was funny. And that's where we were all going to go to Beanie's, but Beanie's was packed.
Yeah,
they were too fucking busy. So we went to Joy's Tavern, which was right next door, and they were dead, which should have been a fucking giveaway in its own.
Yeah.
But then we had this definitely, like, swing the pendulum all the way towards the most lesbian you can be.
Yeah, like Subaru Jeep Wrangler.
Definitely stank and was like trying to be a man, but clearly a woman. And she just kept giving me attitude for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to be nice, and she was just like a bitch. And then like it was so bad that all of us pointed it out. Like the moment she walked away, we were like, yo, what the fuck is her problem?
Yeah.
And that was a good time too. Do you have any, like, what about like you and the Ooze, or you and Frank? Like, what are like the first like good memories that come up of just you guys?
I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could be considered good. I don't know. I think it's like, say me and Frank would probably be like when we went to St. John's the other year.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good memory. I had fun. That was the first time I was like outside of the country. But yeah, I would say every story I could share on here.
Yeah, some of them are, got to
Some
keep
of them
close
are
to the
just,
vest.
you
You wouldn't want them to spill out like onto the floor or anything.
yeah. I mean, I think that like the most recently, me and Frank probably go to St. John's. That was a good time. We were there for what, like a week?
We're there for I think it was that's like a Thursday to a Monday, I want to say.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, we did that. Got to go. I just thought it was cool how before, like, we got onto the island, but we were still making our way to the resort. You had to like fly in, and then I think you had to take a boat, and then you had to take a taxi. You had 3 different modes of
That's
transportation.
some Escobar
You
shit.
should tell them the story about the guy.
In whatever order. And mind you, as you get out of the airport, so I guess it would have been airport, taxi, then a boat. So we get out of the airport, and there's like this taxi company or whatever you want to call it. There's drivers there to take you to where you need to go.
Yeah.
And we're going, me, Taylor, and a couple other people, like my brother and a couple other people. And
I don't even think you know about the story.
we asked the guy, you're in for it. We asked the guy, we're like, hey, how much is he? He's like $20 a person. At face value, it's like, God damn.
Yeah.
So
It was a long drive though. He did drive as far.
it was a far drive, but I mean, you have 10 people in there. That's $200 right there. So
Mhm.
quick math. So we're driving, and I guess looking back on it, on the taxi, there is a posted fare that's in every single taxi. It's like from here to here, here to here. So like you're paying the same across the board, but
Yeah.
we didn't see that at the moment. And as we're leaving, we're all giving him $20, and Taylor gave him $20, and he said, "Keep the change."
No shit.
Like it was inside. It was a joke.
Yeah, it's just a little jokey joke.
And this guy was an older gentleman, and
Spice. His name was Spice.
Yeah, his
he
name's
was
Spice.
So imagine like he was pretty tall too. He
Yeah.
was at least like 6'3", 6'2". So imagine like he was Haitian, definitely Haitian, right?
I don't know what they copy from St. John's. I don't.
St. Jonesians.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't Haitian, but he looked Haitian.
Yeah. So, and he didn't like that because Taylor gave him $20. Said, "Hey,
He did not like
change." And I think Taylor might like throw him a wink, and the guy was like, "It costs $20. It costs $20. You gave me $20. So what change I give you?" And Taylor's like, "It was a joke, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a joke."
Yeah.
And then we just walked onto the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's before we got to the resort. Got some confrontations there.
Yeah.
That man was not happy.
I don't let like things like that bother me anymore at all.
Like if you were the guy or if you were Taylor.
If I was Taylor, it wouldn't even register to me because like I've adopted this way of like I immediately judge you based on how old you are and what title you hold. So if a taxi driver gives me lip, I'm like, yeah, you're a 55-year-old taxi driver. Fuck you. Like it doesn't even register to me. That's what the Perkins thing. That's why I didn't get upset at Perkins.
Oh God.
Yeah, when the bitch was like going crazy.
You and Janelle talked about that.
Yeah. And I
She
told
wasn't having it.
she wasn't having it,
She
and
didn't have any bit of it.
I told her in the moment. I was like, dude, she's like 50 and works at Perkins. I don't give a fuck. It's not.
When y'all went to eat out after camping or whatever.
Yeah, and they treated us like a fucking bunch of menaces, and then Trippy Red came out and resolved
Because
everything.
we asked to split.
Thank God I wasn't there though.
That would have been bad.
Okay.
If I was there, it would have been bad.
You would have egged it on.
I probably would have.
You'd have been at the back. I want it on one bit.
Yeah, I would have caused an issue.
Yeah.
Janelle went full like mama bear in that moment. She's like, well, she could have done this.
Yeah, she was like, she could have fucking done this. She could have fucking asked.
I'm like, I'm going to the parking lot. I'm
Yeah,
gonna hang
and
out.
I was just like, Janelle, she works at Perkins. Like, relax. I'm not letting it bother
I
me.
didn't know Perkins was still a thing for the longest.
It shouldn't be.
I think I see more Chuck E. Cheeses than I do Perkins.
Yeah, that's a fucking sign. That's a sign from the Almighty. I did want to ask. So, like, when we talk about God, what is Isaiah? When you think of our Lord and Savior,
Yeah.
do you look at it like is he a Jesus Christ figure, or is he like a Muhammad figure?
I said I've always struggled with between Islam and Christianity because I can understand in Islam where they're coming from, where they believe that Jesus is a prophet.
Yeah.
You
You okay? Okay.
not the son of God. Like they recognize Jesus in their religion, but they believe that Jesus was a prophet and then Muhammad was the last prophet. But also on a deeper level, I think where you're born also affects what religion they're going to be following. You're born in the Middle East, you're probably most likely be following Islam. I think there's a lot of truths in both, but it just kind of comes down to a personal decision of like what you would like to follow. And then I think you're identified in that religion, so I think you receive that spiritual protection based on
I think bro's
choice.
tiptoeing. Is bro tiptoeing?
I don't know. What do you go ahead?
I mean, you gotta pick a side, buddy.
No, I think decided that I want to follow Christ and learn what that means for my life. I think as I get older, say around 30 to 33, I may revisit it and say, hey, is maybe Islam for me as I get older.
Mhm.
But as for now, I decided like I want to learn about Christ and just be a better man and learn what that means for my life. You
Mhm.
know, because in my life I kind of seen like I believe that all the things like angels, demons, all of that is real. And that there is like a spiritual warfare a lot with your soul, your mind, and you know, um,
Nobody wanna lose, nobody wanna fail.
yeah. So yeah.
She's trying.
Do you want to school Taylor on the firmament?
Oh, the firmament. I see. Yeah, I'm not even that deep into.
Oh, you're not in there.
No, but I mean, like, hey,
Sounds like tinfoil talk.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm deep in. My balls.
I think if you explain it better, I think that'd be like
Yeah.
because I've still had a hard time understanding it. But I just remember there's that verse in the Bible where God he separated the waters in the firmament.
Yeah.
And it also makes me think of like I always wonder like why is the universe like so big that even if we were able to reach the speed of light that we can't, explore like these planets are like 100,000 light years away. They're 100 light years away.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But I wonder like about like the Nephilim, like that's true.
Mhm.
Like there's all these different things. Yeah. What's your take on the firmament?
I agree with you that it's probably better than I describe the firmament. I'm going to refuse to do it though. Just just throw a curveball in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have no time, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. The Nephilim's cool, man. So the Nephilim was the children of human women and fallen angels, and that created the Nephilim, known as the giants. So that's your Gilgamesh. What's the other big one?
Udor.
Hodor. That'd be crazy. No. So like Gilgamesh was one of the main ones.
This is Lord of the Rings stuff, right?
I mean, it's how you want to take it. See, this is why we can't talk to people like this, bro. This is what they just don't get it.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah, bro, the Anunnaki want us. We are made to mine gold because gold is what they use to keep their planet from being destroyed by the sun. That's all I'm gonna leave you with, bro. Do your own research. Do your own research. The frogs are turning gay.
I think that I'm gonna let you.
Gonna let me go on that one?
Yeah, I'm just like
That's true.
I'm gonna take your word for it, and
Yeah.
I'm just believe you.
Yeah, I need your wife on here so we can talk about it.
The pigeons.
The pigeons, bro. How are them chips?
His fingernails are filthy.
Very good.
I fucking
Have you talked about him yet in the podcast?
Judah.
Yeah.
We've hinted at him a little bit.
Him and Adam did. Robbie and Adam did.
Yeah, we hinted at him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm down to keep talking about Judah.
What if he hears this pod? I'm sure he's already probably listening.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give half a fuck.
That's a big boy.
He's a big boy. That means he's a big target. That's all right.
I hear you.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about his fingernails were dirty and shit?
Oh, that was when we were at Beanies.
Yeah, we
right?
went to Beanies and we
bro,
invited him.
Because for some reason I don't know, he's like too like I don't know what the word is to use it. I mean, I obviously awkward, but like he's too like I don't know. He's social skills aren't all there because like bro like just took my phone.
Yeah.
Because my phone was like down and the screen was cracked, and he took my phone. He's like, I can fix this for you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, and you just have my phone, bro. Those things are strong, dude. And
Yeah, they've been playing.
and he just took my phone and like he's like, because my phone was cracked at the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, doesn't really. He just took my phone. It was weird. He's a weird guy, and like basically, I think it was like the first time Paris' wife met Judah.
Yeah.
Judah. My bad. And anyways, basically, his fingernails weren't clean, and yeah, she said that afterwards, like when we all like
When we all convened
convened
afterwards.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And now I just whenever I don't know, I always say that it's like one of my things to say.
Yeah. Was that wasn't the same time that you had that we all ate those like suicide wings?
You know, it's a different time.
That
I
was a
know maybe it
different
was. I don't know, bro.
I don't remember. The suicide wings was crazy. I know that was also at Beanie's. So there was a time where I know all of us were there.
Mhm.
I don't remember if there was anyone else.
I know I was there.
Maybe Adam. I'm not 100%.
No, I don't think Adam was there.
But we
He might
were
have
all
been there, though.
we were all there. I know that I was drinking because I made Isaiah buy me a twisted tea,
Mhm.
and then I just kept drinking them.
I think this.
that
Yeah, this is
right?
definitely after. This is definitely after the 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes,
take
because
that.
that was one of the reasons why I
You
was
made
like,
him buy you a drink.
Bought you a singular drink.
yeah, one singular drink for his $45 meal. But I ordered suicide wings, and Frank also ordered them.
I think we split them.
Yeah, Isaiah.
We
Yeah,
split 'em?
we may have split them because I think we all as a table got a bunch of different flavors, and we were just going back and forth with
Yeah.
them.
I think you and I ate like 5 each or something.
Me
I
like
know
and
I didn't
you-
have any.
Me and you ate
At the
all.
end, yeah.
Me and you ate all but 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we got a dozen, then me and you each had 5, and we were like, "These are fucking hot."
that. Mhm.
And Taylor was like, "You guys are bitching."
Yeah.
So I gave him one, and he ate it and was quiet the rest of the time. And I remember you sweating so bad.
Yeah, bro.
And you were like, "These are fucking hot."
Yeah.
And then I forced one into Isaiah's hand. Do you remember the fucking this?
Yeah.
He like, I don't even remember how it came, but he like had his hand open and I just put it in his hand.
like there's a fucking track baton.
Yeah.
He just put it in his hand.
Yeah, that was a good time because those wings were fucking hot. They were bad. They were bad.
Yeah, they're good, but they were good, but they were hot.
Yeah. Frank, man, since you're the only one of us that has stepped into the role of parenthood, what's that like, man? What do you think were some things that you weren't prepared for, and then what are some things that you thought was like going to be a bigger challenge than what they ended up being?
I think the biggest thing, so your first question, things that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, what are some things you weren't prepared for?
You hear people talk about it a lot, like they mention it in joking or they're in passing about the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
That's something that we both weren't prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the biggest adjustment, just the initial lack of sleep as the baby is, getting older and things like that.
Yep.
That for sure. And even to this day, the amount of, I'm used to being able to just get up and go.
Mhm.
Looking back on it, when I was younger, I didn't have it as much responsibility. My mom used to always say, she's like, well, you're not married, you don't have any kids, like there's nothing tying you down. Like,
Yeah, do whatever
you
you
have a
want.
lot of options of the things that you want to do. So having to be more methodical with things and just having things prepared. It's like, okay, well, if we want to go, we have to have this, and this done. So that's something that's been new for me that I've been adjusting to.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've been trying to do is just, you have your bag. Okay, it has all this in it. Just trying to have those things laid out so you're not looking for this or looking for that. Everything's right here. You can just go.
That's cool.
So that's been something that's been new.
And what is something that like you prepared for that wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it would have been, or as big of an issue?
Something that I thought would be a bigger challenge for me was definitely just the act of holding a baby, because I've done it maybe once or twice in my life. It's something I've never been comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really cared to be around the kids in general. That wasn't really my thing. I'm the youngest of all my siblings, so never really had an opportunity to be around kids or do anything for them. So it's being able to hold a baby, get comfortable with that, and just not thinking that okay, I'm gonna like fucking trip or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's something that I was worried about, but I got more comfortable as time went on, and then just like the general care for a baby.
Yeah. That's fair.
So that's been something that it's been new, but something that I was able to adjust to.
That's fair. Taylor, I know you touched on it a little bit, but what got you into like the trading card game, man? Like how did that start?
I think it was pre-COVID. It was just like something like I don't know. It was just something I was just interested in a lot, like as far as like from my childhood.
Mhm.
and it was just like something like, I don't know. I was like, yo, I was like, you know, it was something I could put some of my money into or whatever. And I don't know. I think it was part of it too. Was I was in sports, and sports cards were first starting to like really like boom. So I got into sports cards first, and then I was like, oh, you know, I'll get into Pokemon too.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I haven't really been into it lately because I just had a lot of stuff going on. But definitely like during COVID, I think there's like the most time where I spent most of my time. Like if I wasn't working, I was doing that.
Yeah.
That was when like, you know, there was so much to do. So
What do you think was your your biggest purchase? And then what was your biggest sale?
I don't know if I don't remember how much my biggest purchase was, but I know when I was during COVID, there was like a card. It was like a Plaza card.
Mm-hmm.
It was a gold star. I had that and I got it graded and it got like it turned into a 6,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't even that good, but the card's worth so much. I know during COVID, it helped me pay for some trip. I don't know what trip it was, but it funded me going to somewhere and I ended up selling it for like 1,000 something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was your like proudest either purchase or like card pull? Like what was like your biggest like, oh, this is like the best card I've ever gotten?
I say probably that Lugia, the one Lugia that I got.
Mm-hmm.
There was an all art Lugia where there was like it's like black and I think you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was the chase card from Silver Tempest.
Yeah, I pulled that twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
Damn.
and the one got a 9, the one got a 10. I have the 9 still, but the 10 is like I don't know, it's over $1,000 now.
Yeah.
Like
That's
looking
crazy.
back at it, like there's a lot of cards that I should have sold, but I sold because like you know I need money for this, I need money for that, but like dude, if I held on all my cards that I had, bro,
Crazy money.
yeah.
You have the Bubble Mew still, don't you?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
an 8. Yeah, I don't know how that card got an 8, but
Yeah. Yeah, I know that like I always had so like a memory I had growing up, or like a not memory, but like a thing that I did with my dad was we would buy cards. Like he would buy me like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then I would open them, and then if I ever got a specific kind, which were like the tune varieties, he would pay me for me to give them to him. And then he kept them. Like he kept them in his own binder, and it was like a him and I thing.
yeah.
So when as an adult I started opening stuff, like I did it just for that. I wasn't
Yeah.
really into the like what I got out of them, like the actual cards, but just the act of opening them was huge. And I remember like I talked to you and you were like, buy this specific set, like this is where all the cool shit is. And I
Yeah.
did. And literally like the second pack that I opened was that Charizard.
Yeah, and then you got that
And
card.
that was it. Yeah, I got that card graded, came back as a 10. It's a perfect card.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was hooked from there. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
damn.
that card's definitely worth like at least $300-$400 now.
Yeah, yeah. They sell
Might
for
be
like
more.
they sell for like 4 or 5. There's people that list them for crazy, like 1,500, but
Yeah.
the sales are usually around $400 or $500.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how like you can open like a $4 pack of cards and you can pull like a $100 card, and if you get a grade and it's good, like your money turns from like $4 to like possibly 1,000.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. It could also go in the way like my Venusaur did,
Yeah.
where raw it was worth like 70, and then
Yeah.
I got it graded. It got graded as a 7,
And it went
and it
down.
went down in price.
Yeah.
So like if I didn't get it graded, it was worth more. That was
Yeah.
crazy. That blows my mind.
Yeah, it's just weird how like you open a pack of cards and you don't touch it. You put it right from the card into the sleeve and the protector, and the card still isn't perfect. It's just
It's still fucking. It's just not perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Ooze, man.
Yes.
What's up with you do the Meatball Movie Reviews?
Yeah. So it started. It was me, Demetrius, and Kellum would call us like Meatball, like with the Meatball Brothers. We're bigger guys and stuff. And he kind of suggested like, yo, you guys should maybe start doing movie reviews. I think the idea came from him to say, be like Meatball Movie Reviews, and me and Demetrius started doing it. I wanted to get better at being on camera and being able to speak about something. And my passion is like movies. Like I one day want to do like water documentaries or about like water infrastructure or like charity documentaries.
Mhm.
My passion, like I want to, write, produce, direct movies. Like love it. You know, not just being like lazy. I love movies, but it's powerful because it tells a story. And the reason I love doing the Meatball Movie Reviews is because, you know, one day, God willing, I make it to 50, 60. I want to be able to look back on those videos because they're at different moments in my life and have those memories and videos with Demetrius and other people. We've had Tay, and then I think Francis did one as well. I'd love for you to come. We'll pay for your ticket and popcorn and stuff. And
Red
yeah,
carpet.
yeah, red carpet. Yeah,
Room prep.
you know, and yeah, it's something really special to me. I mean, I'll be taking a break, for many months, but the main thing I just always want to keep doing it, and I love sharing it with family and friends, and just giving like an honest, good review. I mean, thinking maybe one day I'd love to um, go to film school if I have the opportunity and get more credibility, like to the point where I could actually be like a movie critic,
Hmm.
and but I feel like it's a nice niche of just getting to be given like a fair and true review because sometimes the movie critic reviews like for example like the other guys. I love that movie Mark Wahlberg. I think and Wolf. I think that's one of like the best movies ever. Some film critics would be like, oh, it's not really that good. The plot's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of more given like the honest, more comic book review. So yeah, I love that niche and I appreciate you asking about it.
Yeah. What do you like when you look back on all the reviews you've given? What movie would you say overall was like the best one that ever got a meatball review?
Spider-Man, was it No Way From Home?
No Way Home?
No Way Home.
Yeah, that's the one with all three of them. Spoiler
Yes.
alert.
Yes, that was me and Demetrius loved that movie. I would say like just everything about it, the action, the directing, the characters, it was a movie. And also I think I'm sorry, the I think Avengers Endgame. I'm not sure if we did a meatball review of that, but that was up there as well. And I would say the worst one we did, or that was just kind of average. But I think it was like Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Dude, Fast and Furious is so bad, bro. I'm sorry.
After like the like
Fast and Furious is like the Call of Duty of movies, bro.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
the Fast Five was really good, but after that, no, Fast
It's the
Five
first,
was
the
okay.
first one and the second one is Tokyo Drift. What is Tokyo Drift?
The
Is
third
it-
one.
The third one, yeah.
But Fast
First
Five was
and-
good out in Brazil. Come on, they at least did okay with that.
First one and Tokyo Drift are the only ones that were good. Everything else is garbage.
Fast and Furious, the fifth one, I agree with you. So I remember Fast 5 came out like the day before my 18th birthday. And I was able to go with some friends and like we watched it together. And at the end, this is kind of fucking
Is that
stupid.
where they go from New York to Florida in one day? In like 1 hour?
No, this is when they're in Brazil, and that's when the Rock's there and all that shit. So, and I remember it was big because I was friends with Bo Molly at the time. We were good friends. And Spider-Man. And Bo Molly was big he loved The Rock. And I was like diehard Vin Diesel. So it was cool to like watch them fight and to see Vin Diesel win. Like I was like, that's what you get. But at the end, that Don Omar song comes on.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's
Dan-
cool.
Danza
That's
Carudo.
cool.
Yeah. And like Weva, and that song was so like it was so good.
Yes.
Like I remember being like, wow, like this is like a genuine, like great movie.
Yes.
And then after that, I feel they really went downhill.
Yes.
Because it's
yeah,
like
that.
the sixth
The
one.
cash grab, bro.
Well, yeah, like Fast and Furious 6 was like, all right, we have all the money. Like the whole point of Fast 5 was like they robbed and got enough money to where they could all live the life they want and be away from everything.
And then there's another one.
And then Fast 6 was like, just kidding. And then like it just kept going. It's like they keep having like crazier and crazier stunts, but at the same time they're going like down in their own
Yeah, bro. They turned into from like driving fast and being good at driving to having
and
superpowers.
being genuinely furious.
Like,
Yeah.
now with
No,
Furious-
don't do that.
Furious
Don't do
7,
that.
There's that.
But now
scene-
they have superpowers, bro.
No,
Yeah.
with Furious 7 though, this is where Frank visited out in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. That there's these towers called Etihad Towers, and they have I forget what the hypercars called.
Yeah.
There's only like 6 of them in the world.
Yeah.
So it was cool that they had like certain cars like that, but then there's a scene of it like going from one building to another.
Yeah.
Which you can call bullshit on that, but it's like I feel like Furious 7 like they tried, but then it was also very sad that Paul Walker died. So they had
Yeah, that is
issues
true.
with that.
Like he's been dead for like every movie after like the third one, right?
No.
No, he died.
He died
filming
between
around, like,
the seventh
Furious
one, I
7.
think. Yeah. Well, and even in that, Vin Diesel he deadlifts that car.
Oh, yeah.
So O'Connor can get underneath and do the thing, which was like, what are we doing? And then I really lost a lot of my like good faith in the Fast and Furious franchise when Vin Diesel and Jason Statham fought the second time. And he's like, the thing about the streets is the streets wins. And he like stomps the ground and a fucking
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a
earthquake.
sinkhole
Yeah,
happens. I was like, what are we doing? Like, it was bad. It was that was really the turning point for me because I was really heavy. I love those movies a lot. And then when I saw that happen, I was like, all right. Like, because
Yeah.
the Fast Five, like in comparison, like the Fast Five, the fight scene with Vin Diesel and The Rock was great. There wasn't a bunch of crazy shit. Like they were like tackling each other and punching or whatever. And like at the end, like the scary part was like Vin Diesel had a monkey wrench. And that was like, if I hit you with this, you're dead. And he like hits the ground instead. And then you go to the fight with Jason Statham and him, and they both have crazy wrenches in their hands. They're using them like fucking swords and shit. And then, like I said, he fucking stomps the ground, and Jason Statham falls. It's like, what are we doing? Like we've strayed so far from the grace of God. Like it's so
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's just the one, I don't know which one it is because I don't watch them, but they go from like New York to Florida or something like that, and like in a span of like an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
They did that runway one too. Wasn't he on the run for like 17 minutes?
Yeah.
Like,
They
it was
were
like
trying to get
a
on.
certain amount of time.
I think that was Fast Five.
Really?
I think that was 6.
That was 6? Because that's
Maybe
the one.
3.
That's the one where Vin Diesel does the fucking headbutt,
Wow.
like the torpedo headbutt. The Rock picks the big guy up, and Vin Diesel runs and jumps and fucking like hits him in the head. It was so stupid. Yeah, it like they progressively got worse. So you think what was the one you said would have been the best? It would have been either
Fast 5, I would say. Fast 5. Furious 7, I felt like they did kind of bring it back, and it was sad that Paul Walker died, so that felt like a good, like they were doing it in memory of him. So
Yeah.
I'll give them the Furious 7 that they did a decent job.
Yeah.
But Fast 5, I would say, is probably the best film.
The only thing that came out of that was the was Khalifa and Charlie.
See
That
You
song.
Again.
That's the only good thing came out of Fast and Furious, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That song's a good song.
And you think No Way Home and like was it Infinity War or Endgame that you would have said?
Endgame was
Endgame.
really good, and the worst one we thought was Fast and Furious. I think it was 9. We gave
Yeah.
it like a C minus. It was just crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's good.
And if you could pick any movie to like wipe from your memory and watch again in theaters for the first time, what would it be?
The other guys.
The Other Guys would have been the one?
That's that.
That's good.
I remember watching it with Gramps. He was laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Gramps was.
I'd like to add on. I just want to say, Infinity War was better than Endgame.
Really?
I liked it more. Just want to say that. Put it out there.
I think I would agree with you because I feel like the emphasis was on action in Infinity
There was a
War.
lot of action.
There was a lot of fighting. When Captain America came back, that was crazy. When Thor comes back at that end fight,
when Thor came down, that's where I was like, all right, this
Yeah,
is good.
dicks
Was
are
that
big.
Was it like a Ozzy Osbourne song or something? started doing something,
it's
and
been a
then-
very long time.
There's some type of song where he just started
Yeah,
giving it to him.
it's been a very long time. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember that scene was like, holy fuck.
No.
Endgame didn't have that. And then also Infinity War had, when Thanos snaps and all those
Yeah.
people go away, like that was like, oh fuck. And then them just being like, and that's it.
That's
Like,
what I was just thinking.
that was crazy.
They had it where the villain won, and you're like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen? Like usually, like all the super, like they're gonna be able to stop him.
Yeah.
Bro took over.
Yeah, bro, so I don't feel so good. That was
I mean,
crazy.
the-
So I agree. I can give you that.
I
Yeah.
mean, the fight scene, I don't know, the big fight scene in Infinity War and the big fight scene in Endgame, I'd say those are pretty equal, but I don't know, that was cool in Endgame where he's like, hey, on your left, and everyone comes out.
Yeah, I mean that was a moment where everyone like
Yeah.
cheered. That was crazy.
Yeah, it felt like a different vibe.
Yeah,
But Infinity War is just straight action.
yeah. You guys want to do some would you rather's?
Sure.
All right, I got a couple of them. So the first one, would you rather have to eat your significant other's toenails for 6 months, or be jobless for 6 months?
I'll be jobless for 6 months.
So be jobless for 6 months.
I mean, can I put the toenails in any sort of like concoction to like dilute it?
Sure.
If you're jobless, can you collect unemployment?
Sure.
I mean,
Pretty open ended.
Nah, just crack a beer and relax.
Just chill. 6-month vacation.
Probably just I'll be employed.
I mean, if I have to eat toenails and still go to work,
That's pretty bad.
yeah, I'm just not having a job.
I'm
I'm
with
not having a
that.
job for 6 months.
I'm with
I'll
that.
just chill out for
I guess
6 months.
because it brings up another topic. 'Cause people always ask, like, it's the discussion of, hey, if you lost everything you had, but you still have your current skill set, how long would it take you to get back on your feet?
Oh, I mean, sub 2 weeks.
You think? Like, it's like get a place, get everything. And,
Okay.
like if you lost everything you had, but you had your current skill set, same education, same skills you have, like 6 months is a good.
Yeah, I'm feeling 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I can get an apartment and shit. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be hard. Get a cheap car.
What did Kevin Samuel say? If you're broke, you should work at 60 hours a week.
If you're broke, you should be working 60 to 80 hours a week.
PIP.
R.I.P.I.P. That's a real one. And he went out like a real one. So I don't want to die.
How did he die?
Fucking a bitch.
Oh,
He
really?
had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack while on top of a huzz, bro. He fucking gave it to her.
Yeah, she was a nurse, wasn't she?
I don't know. He had the balls inside. I know that.
Mm.
Put everything in it. Would you rather meet Jason Statham or bury Vin Diesel? This is an inside joke from someone I went to college with. Shouts out Faith. 100% I'd rather meet Jason Statham than bury Vin Diesel. Would you rather have to always say what you're thinking about?
No.
No.
See the other one, I'll just say no, bro.
Just for the pod, what's the other option?
Or be unable to ever speak again?
Oh, for the what you always have to say what you're thinking or never be able to speak again?
Yeah.
I definitely do the second one. I'd never want to speak again. I could just do sign language, bro.
That's true.
I'm not gonna speak on what I'm thinking about because if I have to say what I'm thinking about, I'm not gonna be outside.
Yeah,
as long. I'm gonna be in jail.
You're gonna be in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
Maybe it was freeing. You know what I mean?
No, it wouldn't be freeing, bro.
The literal opposite.
I know what Isaiah's saying.
He's practicing right now. He's like, I ain't speaking no more.
The Matrix police will come and get me.
Well, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one for you?
Yeah, I like being able to, talk. I want to be like, someone's gonna get by.
But you gotta have like you gotta have a voice box. You could
Text everything.
You could text to speech.
Homie,
Technology
Stephen
there.
Hawking.
How am I gonna speak to talk?
What about homie that had?
You
Text
text
to
to
speak.
yeah, or you do sign language.
What about the dude from Breaking Bad? He had the fucking bell.
Oh, the bell.
Yeah, you could just hit the bell.
Yeah, Gustavo's dad, or is that his grandpa?
No, he wasn't with Gustavo. It was
But he's with the twins, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like the grandpa or something.
yeah, I can't remember his fucking name. But yeah, he was the one that was shitting himself, hitting the bell.
Yeah.
That'd be me. I ain't telling you what I'm thinking. They'd fucking shoot me. All right, and the last one I had, would you rather have the ability to fly or the ability to make yourself invisible whenever you want?
Invisible.
Why, Isaiah?
Why? Bro said invisible real quick
He'd be
too.
like a translucent from the boys.
I can break into banks,
Hot
do a lot of
tubs.
bad things. Yeah, I'd be everywhere and
Starbucks.
nowhere at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Just flying.
Strawberry, I guess. B.
I could be in the president's office, just hearing things.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of flying. I would definitely go invisibility.
Really? How fast can you fly? Like you fly as fast?
Superman?
Like, is like Superman speed or just like your normal?
Let's say you can fly up to 100 miles an hour.
I mean, you can get some places.
And you can get some places. I don't want to go
Yeah,
places.
but what? Like this is the thing.
I feel that's not
It would be
bad.
way more dangerous flying than being invincible too
Why?
as well. You could.
You hit a bird at 100, you're fucking
I mean, I
cooked.
would think
There
you'd
could be
have,
something in the air. You could hit a plane. Like
Yeah.
I would hope you'd have some sort of like durability included in that or now.
durability. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
I mean,
You could fly. You
If
can't have it
If
all.
you can fly, I hope you have some sort of like additional strength on top of that. If like some sort of bird hits you.
Sure. Yeah, let's add that. While flying, any airborne things that happen, you have like, super invulnerability, I guess.
Probably, I don't know. I probably would fly.
Somebody
You'd
be
wanna fly.
Superman.
Yeah, you would want to fly.
Yeah, I wanna fly.
You're a wholesome boy. I want to be invisible.
Visible, yeah.
That you're not a wholesome boy.
I'm not. I know what kind of man I am, bro. It is what it is.
You're a man that doesn't speak his thoughts,
Can't see you.
Can't
Can't hear
see
you.
me, can't hear
and
me.
you're invisible, and you're definitely gonna be unemployed for 6 months.
And I'm unemployed.
Doing
I
great.
got
Like the Predator does.
Yeah.
I
We'll
want
just,
to be in that movie.
we'll just be the predator. That would be it. I'll go 6 months. That's what's up. Well, yeah, is there anything you guys want to wrap up or anything you want to say before we get out of here, man? Before we wrap up this episode?
So thank you for having us on, man. This was a great and amazing opportunity. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Appreciate that. You'll have to definitely come back after you escape the Potter's house.
Chip.
Yeah, it was fun talking about all this stuff. Hopefully we'll be on again sometime.
Your brother will be on next Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
that'll be cool.
Dirty Canvas, Dirty Canvas, Dirty Canvas.
Shout out to Dirty Canvas.
Shouts out Dirty Canvas.
Dirty Canvas X House of Cards.
X
Bro.
Potter House.
X Potter's house. Do you want to plug your Instagram where you sell your cards?
I mean, I haven't been on it in a while, but just Stab Treasures, DABTREASURES Treasures.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Free
what's
the
up.
real. Free the real.
For the Rue.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Firmament.